Hey guys, Andy here from Mediocre Hobbies, bringing you another Kill Team painting tutorial. I was very kindly sent the new Kill Team Shadowvaults box set by Games Workshop. And so far I've already given you guys the how to paint the Carsicans and then how to paint the little robots and the sentry turret videos. So now I'm going to move over to the Necrons. I'm going to be painting up the Hierotek. It's a hard word for my tongue to say, but Hierotek. In my scheme I did in a previous video, and I decided to follow through, and I'm going to paint up my entire kill team in this this interesting scheme. So I hope you guys stick around and enjoy the video. Okay, this is the model as it stands, and this is what I'm trying to bring it for. This is the ceramic scheme I did previously, and I really enjoyed it, and this is the one I'm going to try and achieve across my entire Necron kill team. So the model was sprayed grey Seer, and then from there we're going to go on to Soulblight Grey shade, which you think is kind of a silly thing to begin with, but it just kind of smooths out and gives you a really nice starting point for that ceramic armor plating. So I'm going to apply this to pretty much the entire model. You don't have to do the staff, and obviously there's bits in there which you don't need to apply to, but it's quicker just to apply to the entire miniature instead of trying to pick out which bits are going to be metallic and stuff like that. So Soulblight Grey across the entire miniature. After that we're going to jump over to Runefang Steel, and we're going to apply that to all of the bits in the middle. The miniature you want to be metallic, so I usually do the entire big spinal column and then all of the little pistons and stuff on his legs, in his elbows, knees, and parts of the weapon like the blade are also going to go silver. Once again, if you look at a reference picture of a Necron, you'll see which bits are supposed to have metallic parts to it. From here I jumped over to Black Templar, and I'm going to use this on the staff just to block it out as a solid color. You could choose to do this on your weapons if you don't want your weapons to be the same ceramic scheme that I did for the Necron Warrior, but I quite like it. So anything that has a staff or a stave or any extra bits you can go over quickly with the Black Templar. After that we went over to Balthasar Gold and did all of the gold details. This guy's a bit of a character, so I decided to add some extra nice details. So his staff is obviously a little bit embossed, some nice bits and pieces, and he's got this big ornate collar around him, which I also decided to put in gold so he would stand out on the battlefield a little bit more than any of the standard troopers. He also has that kind of plate skirt thing, the tabard that goes down, and I decided, just for a bit of fun, that I would do every second panel in the gold, just once again to add a little bit of extra detail and make him stand out and be a little less boring on the battlefield. It was now time to wash the entire miniature, and I went for an all over coat of the new Nolan Oil shade. Very quick, very easy. It's quite a thin shade, so it sells quite nicely even on all of these pale palette colors. It works a treat. While I was waiting for this to dry, I would normally base the miniature, but I'm waiting for the new bases to come out for the 40k kind of boarding action set, and then I'm going to rebase all my kill team models to match that. So just to stop the eyesore of the white base, I'm just going to quickly give it a coat of black paint while the Nolan Oil is drying. This will give it a little bit more of a completed look. From here it was time to do the slowest step but the most important one, which is the Celestra Grey base paint, which I'm now going to layer up all of those polymer parts, those ceramic parts across the miniature. This will take a little bit of time. I'd say it took me kind of 5-6 minutes for the model to go around all the different armor panels, which I know doesn't seem like a lot of time, but if you're painting up 20 of these guys, that's a lot of time to spend on each miniature. So just be aware, maybe slightly smaller batches for this stage, 3 to 5 miniatures I would recommend. I also played around with the idea of using less ceramic and more metallic parts depending on your rank. So obviously the higher rank you are, the more ceramic parts you'll have. The lower the rank, so Necron Warriors may only have their shoulder guards maybe done in the ceramic color scheme, the rest being metallic, but that's just up to you. So I'm going to take my time and I basically feather on the Celestra Grey in 2 thin coats across the entire miniature until you get the desired result. The neater you are with this, the sharper you get the shading in, the nicer the miniature will look as the final result. I do quite like the look of this Necron kill team. Like a lot of you, I'm sure you thought it's just, a normal squad of Necrons with an upgrade sprue, but they did actually turn out quite different, and I really did enjoy them. From here I moved on to Runefang Steel, and I'm going to use this to layer up all of the metallic parts across the miniature. That goes for the silver and the gold parts. These are Necrons that took care of themselves. These are not the rotting, broken and ruined ones from old and destroyed tomb worlds. So I want to make these guys look as fresh as possible. Including all the gold parts. I do love the highlighting of gold using silver. It acts as a perfect highlight for it and saves you on time from swapping out colors, and saves you from having to have multiple or extra paints. From here I jumped over to bold titanium white, but any good white that you have you can substitute for. I just particularly like this one. And I'm going to paint all the parts of the miniature that I want to be the glowing green. So obviously he's got a big orb in the bottom of his staff, he's got the big crystal on the top of his staff, he's got his eye, there's a gemstone on his, like a belt buckle, and then a little bit of a thing behind his head. So I usually do like all the eyes and the weapons and stuff like that with this white. And then after that is fully dry, I'm just going to go over it with a solid coat of warp lightning and apply that all over the bits I just did white, which is going to give us a nice glowing effect with minimal effort but maximum reward. And with that applied, that will bring the painting of this particular Hierotek to a close. I really like how he turned out. I'm super excited, like I said earlier, to get this guy into a Kill Team battle report sometime soon and show him off for you guys. Now I can't wait to get all the other miniatures in this set painted up. Hopefully I can get them done a little bit quicker than this guy here. Okay guys, and there we have it. One Necron Hierotek painted up and ready for the Kill Team board. Hopefully I'll be able to show you what this team can do against the Karskins in an upcoming battle report sometime in the near future. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a like. If you have any questions about anything I did, make sure you put in the comments below. I will get back to each and every one of you guys. And if you would like to support me, the two best ways you can do that is 1, subscribe. And 2, if you're interested in becoming a member of my Patreon and joining the community over on Discord, then there's links, all that kind of stuff below. Thank you guys for watching to the end. I'll see you in the next video.